First, I ask them if they have a script. There's a lot of people looking for business plans before they even have a script, and if you don't have a script, you can't make a plan, because you don't know what the fuck you're making. The other thing I ask them is, can you do what I do? Because I know how to operate a camera, I know how to teach somebody to boom, I monitor while I'm operating that camera, I'm directing the actors while I'm operating that camera, I'm telling the two other camera operators who are also operating while I'm operating, while I'm monitoring, what shots I want. I know how to mix the sound and sync it. I know how to edit everything I shot, so I don't hire an editor. I know how to fundraise. I know how to build audience very slowly over years. So if you can do all that, ask me for my business plan. Because otherwise, you have the business plan that involves hiring a director, an editor, a writer, a sound mixer, all those fucking people. I don't have those people because I'm trying to be cheap. So I learned how to do a bunch of shit, and it took me a long time. So I don't have to have a business plan that has this salary, that salary, this salary. I don't have to count on an editor disappearing with my shit, or just deciding they don't want to cut it anymore, or they can't take notes, because I'm the editor, I'm the director. It's so much fat. I'm casting while I'm writing. I'm scheduling while I'm writing. How am I going to shoot? I'm already thinking about shots while I'm writing. So I'm already thinking, I don't know who this character is going to be. Who's this character? And write the, please, and write that character. So, and call an actor. And I've sat at this table right here, and Julia McElvain, actor I know, asked me who else I needed to cast for a project, and I said what the role was and kind of what the guy was, and writer no Keith Summerall pulled out his phone. Cassie Lacos, another filmmaker, pulled out his phone on IMDb, and they're like, I know this guy, I know this guy, I know this guy. And in 24 hours, one of those actors had seen the show, read the script, and was cast. So 30 actors, no casting director, it's all human, it's all that kind of stuff. I think that's the thing, it's like, so people say, like, did you work with a casting director? How did you cast? And I say, that's how I cast. I asked, I'm looking for this guy and this guy. Do you know anybody? So I haven't talked to an agent or a manager to get an actor to be on the show. We cast 30 actors now, without one audition, without one casting director, without any of that. So if your business plan is to see a lot of theater, to see a lot of actors, to talk to a lot of people, so you know a bunch of people who act, who also know a bunch of other people who act, and then you can, as you're writing, you can go, oh, I could use that person. That's my business plan. Like, my business plan is to write, so I can only need an actor for this amount of time. That's my business plan. My business plan is to learn as much shit as I can, so I can shoot with as little as possible. That's my business plan. But I can't just go, because it's spike mentality. I don't think anyone's going to write a business plan and say, the audience is going to build over 2 or 3 years. So let's all meet back here in like 3 years, see how it's going. Like, no one's gonna put up with that. No one's gonna tolerate that. It's like running a marathon. After a while, you're out of carbohydrates and you're running out of your head. Those last 4 miles, you can't store the carbohydrates in your body to run 26 miles. You can run 22. After that, it's just your will and your training, and I think it's the same with independent filmmaking. If you don't have that spike in success in the show business, if you don't have the big award, if you don't have that thing that happens, because a lot of people have that big thing happen, and then nothing happens after that. And that is because you're somebody else's validation. That's not my business plan. The audience is who tells me what I do is good and that they enjoy it. Those are people. That's not a company. That's not an executive producer who owns all the keys to the universe, who is telling you based on their resume how the world works, how your story should be told based on this, this, and this. I don't need to do that anymore. Yeah, not going to get rich doing it. Going to make a little money eventually, one day. But should I just keep trying to sell to the factory? Should I keep trying to please that one person or that two, or the people that say, I know what the development people want. I know how dumb it's got to be for the readers to get the movie. That stuff. I don't want to play that game anymore. I did. It's boring. I just want to tell stories to human beings. And now I can. Now I can tell a story to a worldwide audience. People donate money and tweet and post and help me try to make it. And I think that's it's a very archaic business plan, but I think it's possible to self-sustain that more than being an employee trying to get hired, whatever that means.